And probably was gonna go back the next Sunday. It was a Sunday, and they stayed. And they knew it wasn't real, and they just participated. They went right back to the slave house, got in the minivan, got in the van, knew church was fake, still went back to the. Y'all could have kept going about y'all business. You said you ain't want to be slaves. They went back to the slave house.
Left the church, went back to the
They
slave.
left the house, left the church, went back to the house. I said, we do that in today's time. We do that. You know, it was slavery, but it wasn't today's um, time. You know, so the modern sneakers and the modern vehicle and stuff like that. It wasn't a dream of, 18th century slavery. It was now, but people were still bound to being in servitude, slaves to the system. And they sat around and danced. And I mean, this house had everything you can want in it. It had food. Each rooms had just all the food you can want: candy, cake, um, uh, theater, like the amphitheater. You can go sit in there and watch movies. You can have any type of food. It was clothes, all the glitz and glamour in this house. But they were slaves. They were still slaves. They still had to serve that white couple that was in there. They still had to be subject to that family. And even when they decided they didn't want to be slaves anymore, they didn't have to keep cleaning up. They didn't have to keep feeding this grown woman sitting there waiting to be served, dressing her, combing her hair, dressing her baby. Yeah, y'all still did it. But you didn't have to keep doing that. You made a decision you didn't want to be a slave anymore, but you still stayed and did slave acts. So,
wow,
that was a dream.
That is, whoa.
That was a dream.
And this was a dream.
This was a dream. I woke up from this dream like, what?
This is straight from the Most High. And this is what our people are doing. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
We can see it. This is modern day. This ain't back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
It's right now.
It's right now. Don't come together, don't stick together, but you want to be treated, and yeah, we deserve to be treated right as human beings, to be treated fairly, but we have to make some decisions and act on those decisions and stop walking around in la la land. They were in la la land in the church, they was in la la land in that house. How you taking over this house, but you just act up pure? They were acting like plum fools. They decided they didn't want to be slaves. So, I mean, the partying, the reveling, the just the total disregard of decency. It was all kinds of stuff going on. People running around. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild in this house. This house was so big, though. I guess it was kind of like a little city. I guess, I don't know, but it was all indoors in this one location. And you knew the husband left. The husband, y'all knew when the husband left, he knew that you guys were rebelling. They didn't even have enough sense to get out of there. Mm-hmm. They stayed like they was going to be able to keep the house. Y'all stayed, and they stayed in there like they was going to be able to like nobody
like everything's okay.
Yeah, like nobody wasn't going to come back for the house or the woman and the baby that was in there. Or you think nobody was going to see? So. Wow. And everybody up in it, they had a field day. It was a game.
It was a game.
It was a game for them folk when it came time to kick it. Oh, y'all want to? Oh, everybody wanted to turn. So they rotated, killing, because everybody wanted to have a piece of the action. Mm-hmm. And even with the killings going on upstairs, the people that still had an opportunity to leave decided they still wanted to wait for somebody else.
This is speaking to the people out here right now.
Yeah.
Right. This is exactly what our people act, because we have to be responsible for our people, because we are at the bottom of everything right now, and we have to be responsible for sharing and telling our people. And this is a warning.
It's a warning, and
this is a warning.
It is, but also too, I think the Most High wants us to share He wants our lives to be an example of him. Because if we are living a righteous life, he gets the glory. He gets the glory out of our lives. And as our light shines and our brothers and sisters see us, that should, if they're called, they'll be compelled, right, to want to ask and seek, what God do you serve? They'll see the Most High in us, right? But even as we're sharing, if they don't want to leave, if they don't want to come up out of this system, we can't stay in that environment either. Like, so I was in this dream and I was the one saying, we got to go. I was the voice of reason, but I stayed too long too in this dream because I should have been gone. I knew days ago, but you keep trying to pull and the Most High has saved me in this dream and I was able to get out. But I think even as in this last hour,
right,
as we're sharing with our family and we're sharing it with our friends, we continue to share the word, but we can't stay stuck with them. Like, we can't stay carnal. We can't stay stuck. We can't, we got to, like what the word said, you share it, if they don't receive it, dust the
dirt off you.
Dust the dirt off you and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. You can't just stay there and keep on.
Keep hounding. Right. Let our family know, this is true. If you have questions or you desire to know more, if there's anything I can do to help you and get understanding, we need to make ourselves available for that. But we're not going to keep calling you and hounding you and you getting frustrated with us because you don't want to hear it. I had a family member tell me, your beliefs is yours and mine is mine. So that was the word to tell me, don't say nothing else to me about it because I don't believe what you're saying. I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. She said, pretty much, I don't want to hear no more. I got to dust the dust off my shoes and I got to keep it moving. Keep that family member in prayer, but keep it moving. Another family member said, we ain't Jews. We ain't, okay. And don't say no more about it. If they don't want to know, what can we do? We can't keep hounding somebody that don't want it.
Yeah. And I had got a little frustrated one time before, just trying to, share the truth with some brothers, and I'm looking around like, you ain't got no questions? You ain't got no, you don't have no thoughts on it,
You don't want to know more? Is there anything I can help you with?
This is not intriguing enough for you? Like, what is it? Like, I don't get it. Yeah. This is something, that can save your life for generations.
Yeah.
This is the word, of the Creator who created everything. What he says his word is solid.
And I guess you got to understand too, sometimes we may plant a seed, but we may not see that seed. We may not see that harvest.
Yeah.
One
true.
plants the seed, another may water,
Yeah.
So sometimes we may not be able to see the harvest, but we continue to keep our brothers and sisters in prayer, and we'll continue to seek the Most High for them, for them to be awakened to His truth and seek Him in spirit and in truth. And keep trying to share the word of the Most High with as many people as we can according to His will. And those that want it, they'll seek more. They may get it from someplace else, and that's okay. But I think we can't stay stuck.
Yeah, I think you're right. You just plant the seed and you still don't know.
Mm-hmm. If they don't want any more, maybe someone else can come and water it.
And that's why I had to rebuke myself for thinking that way. The spirit got on me about that. Okay, I'm just, I just plant the seeds. I don't do the whole harvest. I don't go all the way to the harvest. I'm just used to give a good word. If it takes, it takes. If not, so be it. But that's all I can do.
And some people, it may come to where there's a harvest, and some people may reject it. Ignorance is bliss. Some people don't want to take that type of responsibility.
Yeah, it's just sad when, like in your dream, you got a whole house full of your people, And then, listen, you can just imagine when Moses had to deal with. Moses was like, man, Most High,
He said, "Just kill me."
he ain't listening to,
Moses said, "Just kill me. I thought you liked me.
I know
If you want to stare me at all, just kill me. I can't deal with it no more."
He said stiff neck, but another word, like, So I had to, some time to renew my mind because I was thinking, I would just get a little frustrated because it's sad to see how people in the state, you got a whole house full of people, of your own people, that just don't hear the Most High. And don't even concern themselves, like the scripture says, my people don't even consider. It says, the ox knows the master and the donkey knows the crib. I can't remember the exact scripture, but it says, my people don't even consider. We don't even think for a second. We don't even think about it. My people don't even consider. Like, wait a minute, what did you say? Let me check that out. We don't even think. We're quick to shut it down. Wow. Just let it go. But wow, what a dream.
It was such an interesting dream.
What a dream. What a dream. That was from the Most High.